Hey everybody, Scudder here today. Hope you guys are doing great. So, 2012 is almost here upon us. And usually at this time of year, that is when we all start making resolutions for the new year. Promises of things that we will do to better ourselves. I don't typically make resolutions so much anymore because I don't want to make promises that I can't keep. But what I do like to do is to try to say I have some things that I'm going to work on to try and better myself, and I may or I may not succeed in those. Hopefully I will, but perhaps I won't. In a couple of the Yahoo groups that I run, we talked about this week, and I asked the members of my groups to let us know the things that they wanted to try and work on for themselves in the new year. And I myself came up with a couple of things that that I would like to work on. So what I did was I typed those up, and I'm going to read what I wrote to you guys. So this is, I guess in essence, my 2012 I'm going to try list. Let me put the old man glasses on here. So this is what I wrote. This year has been more on the rough side for me, with so much going on this year. And one of the things that became a reoccurring theme with me was that I found that I kept being angry. The reason that this is an issue is because that isn't an emotion that crops up in me very much. But this year I had to fight it constantly. So I had to sit back and evaluate myself for a while to try and figure out just what the heck I was so mad about. And after looking at it for a while, I've narrowed it down to at least two things. The first one being that I've been angry at angry people. This year I've seen more hatefulness, more bitterness, more backbiting, and more selfishness than I've ever seen in my life. And from people who generally are good people. It has come in wave after wave, and in small doses I can deal with that. But when it's constant, I find that my solution has been to shut myself off from those people. Not so much because I don't care about them, but because I can't deal with them any longer and deal with their anger issues. The second one is probably more dualistic in nature. I found myself stretched way too thin this year, and in the process of doing that, to avoid conflict, which I don't have the time nor energy to deal with, I've been what others think I should be, and I've done what others think I should do. And I'm angry at myself for doing that. So for me in 2012, it's going to be more about cleaning up the mess that I've made personally in 2011 within myself, because I have allowed others and their opinions to dictate what I do in my life, what I believe as a person, who I can or cannot love, and who I am as an individual. Because here's how I look at it now. I can count on one hand the number of people who truly 100% accept me just the way that I am, faults and all, and still never expect me to be anyone other than who I am. The rest of the world may accept me in one form or the other, but I've found that it always comes with conditions. I will accept you as long as you believe my way. I will accept you as long as you do things my way. And that kind of acceptance is no longer palatable to me. At 43 years old, I think I'm finally strong enough to understand that ultimately I have two people in my life that I have to answer to. The first, and probably most important, is God. He is my creator. He is my father. He is my reason for being. And his opinion about me, above all others, matters most. And the second person I answer to is myself. Because at the end of the day, if I can't respect the man looking back at me in the mirror, then I haven't learned a thing about honor nor integrity in the last 43 years of my life. Now, of course, these changes that I will attempt to make in 2012 encompass a great deal more than what I've mentioned here. But in a nutshell, that is where I'm headed and why. I have decided that it's time to make some changes in myself and in the way that I do things. And I'm not going to allow other people to dictate who I am and who God created me to be as an individual. That is my goal for this next year. Because I feel like that if I'm not the person that God created me to be, and I'm not doing the things that I feel like He is leading and directing me to do, then that's almost an insult to Him as my Creator. So for each of you guys, I hope that you'll take the time to stop and think long and hard about some of the changes that you need to make in your life. And not just some of the superficial changes that we all talk about every year, but some of the changes that probably really matter most and are going to have the greatest impact on you and others around you. You guys have a great new year. I hope that your year will be blessed and full of the mercy and the love and the grace of the Father. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye for now.